asked during exam, describe lateral ventricle. Many students came to me and asked me why I got less marks, why these marks are given. Remember, this is essay type of question. So why and how marks are allotted, what exactly is seen. Number one, how question is presented. Lateral ventricle of brain, it was a straightforward question. Let us rule out heading. Sometimes university asks straightforward question, describe lateral ventricle. So what was expected? Yes, what was expected first was an index. I'm showing you the index, that is introduction, parts, highlights. Nobody writes highlights, and applied anatomy. So just index, because for any long question you should start with index. So after index, and label it as an index, I have labeled it as an index. So you start with index. So introduction, parts, highlights, and applied anatomy. Second thing, of course, introduction, nobody or few students have written it is a part of ventricular system. Means there is a separate system of ventricle, two lateral ventricles, third ventricle, fourth ventricle, and of course they continue. So there is a system. So which system? Ventricular system. कौन सी system है भैया? Ventricular system है. So that is number one. So ventricular system, which subject? Yes, it is a part of neuroanatomy. So which system? That is ventricular system. Which subject? That is neuroanatomy. That is part of anatomy. That is the beginning. That is introduction. And yes, now coming to the parts of lateral ventricle, there are parts, following parts. Don't commit the number. Some students have committed, there are 5 parts, then they wrote 4 and just kept 5 blank. That is dangerous. So don't commit the number, directly tell the parts. Yes, then how to write the parts? So that is a table, that is serial number, part, and description of the part. So you can write in table, and at the same time you have to continue with the essay. But tabular format is easy for examiner to grasp. Yes. So I'll just describe one part. First I will tell the parts. Anterior horn, body, posterior horn, inferior horn, and special part, that is trigon. And you mention this part because there is third column in the index, that is highlights. So mention the trigon in highlights. I will not describe all the parts. I'll just tell you how to describe any one part of ventricle. Yes, say anterior horn. Now where anterior horn is located, that is most important. It is located in frontal lobe. This is frontal lobe. So frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital. Frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital. So anterior horn is located in the frontal lobe. That is enough. Now, yes, this is also called as frontal horn. Yes, that all should be written in description. Number 1, located in frontal lobe. Number 2, it is called as frontal horn. Next, its boundaries. It is bounded by genu of corpus callosum. So this is genu of corpus callosum. Look here. This is genu of corpus callosum. So roof is bounded by genu of corpus callosum, and floor is formed by caudate nucleus, of course, which I can't show you clearly in this model. So roof is formed by, yes, genu of corpus callosum, and floor is formed by caudate nucleus. So that is about the anterior horn. Then body, posterior horn, and inferior horn, that you write. Highlight, I told you, you write trigon as a part in highlight, because many students just make the list of index and they don't write highlight. Highlight means इसमें सबसे महत्वपूर्ण क्या है, that is highlight. Highlight has to be written in long answer question at the same time of 7 marks question. Then last is applied anatomy. Applied anatomy, now you write depending on how you feel better. Now I will tell you how to write. Don't just make it the point like list of shop की जो list होती है ना, ऐसा points मत लिखो. Yes, write diseases associated with and general applied anatomical point. First, general applied anatomical point, ventriculomegaly. It's clear, size of ventricle is increased. So ventriculomegaly, so that is general applied anatomical point. Then you write asymmetry, that is interesting point, because right-handedness is associated with larger right lateral ventricle. So handedness, interesting point. So these are general points, and of course specific point. Once there is a ventriculomegaly, what will happen? Definitely, that is diseases, loss of cognitive function, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and continue. Now you understood how to write entire question as a lateral ventricle. I have not used blackboard. I've used a piece of paper because you are writing on paper, not on blackboard. So I've shown started with index. हमने क्या किया? We started with index. Nobody writes index. Then we had gone to a tabular format, and of course serial number, parts, and of course you have to write the description of that part, and never forget to draw the diagram. And of course I have shown you the location also. I have described only one horn. Remaining horn you have understood how to write. Thank you so much.